I hope you're all having a happy and healthy day today. Feathers. I realize my hair is crazy, but it is my birthday and I can do what I want to. So, I am really trying to make a video every day this month if possible, and I wanted to do March Makeup Madness because that sounds just like fun. I don't know. I have been feeling really sick, and today I have been so sick. And I'm really just trying to pull myself together so I can get this video done because I really want to do a video today because it is my birthday and because I haven't for a while. I do want to get videos up about some makeup items or cosmetics or perfume, beauty items, etc. every day this month. But today, since it is my birthday, I thought it would be fun to do the 100 questions nobody asks tag. And of course I haven't been tagged, so I'm going to tag myself. Tag. It's my birthday. I can do what I want to. I'm saying it again. I'm going to try to get through these questions as quickly as possible so that this is not a forever long video. I tend to ramble on, as we all know. Oh, and by the way, as we all know, there are only 99 questions in here. So the first question I'm going to ask, as everybody else seems to do, and make up their own question, is what saying, I guess, do you use or believe in the most? And mine is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I really genuinely, with all my heart, feel that this world would be a perfect place if everyone acted that way. So basically, I just really believe that, you treat other people the way you would like them to treat you. And I just really think that comes down to everything. And everybody seems to be so egomaniacal and narcissistic and whatever these days, just so, it's all about me. And that's just a way of turning it around, You can still be about yourself and about other people. They don't clash. So that's my bonus question. So question 1. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? Closed. I cannot sleep with any door open at all. It makes me freak out. And I also have to sleep in the complete dark. It has to be very dark. All doors closed. I don't know why. Doors locked. That's just the way I am. Question 2. Do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? I would say it depends on the hotel. I mean, I haven't traveled anywhere for many years. So I would think that at this point, if I were to be able to go out and travel, I would, because I haven't for so long. But in the past, I would say it depends on the hotel and if they've got really high-end kind of shampoo and conditioner and soaps and things. Question number 3. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I do not sleep with a top sheet at all. I have a fitted sheet on the bottom of my bed, and then I have just a comforter with a duvet on it that I can wash, and then I wash the comforter also, and then blankets on top of that. I cannot sleep with any top sheet. It drives me nuts. Tucked in or out, I don't care. It drives me nuts. I can't do it. Number 4, have you ever stolen a street sign before? Yes. Question 5, do you like to use Post-it notes? I do. I have Post-it notes all over my window here about different makeups. I also keep Post-it notes all over my bedroom about the different kanji characters I've learned and Japanese words I've learned, because it just helps me. I'm a visual person, but I can't visualize things, so if I see them repeatedly, I just remember them. So yes. Question 6, do you cut out coupons but then never use them? Not really. I shop mostly online. Question 7, would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? A big bear, because I have been attacked by a swarm of bees, and it is not fun. I had bees sting me all over my entire body. I went in my house, threw off all my clothes. I was, I don't know, maybe 14 at the time. I was walking my dog at the time in the woods. He stepped in a yellow jacket nest in the ground. The bees didn't attack him. They attacked me. I got in the house, threw off all my clothes. There's still bees that came in the house stinging me. My mother runs to get the car to take me to the hospital. When we get to the hospital, finally, which is probably about 15 minutes away, there are still bees inside and outside the car trying to attack me. So I had a terrible anaphylactic reaction to that. I still to this day do not know if it is because I'm actually allergic to bees, or because I had so many bees sting me that they actually lost count of how many stings I had, because I ended up just swelling at like, I think they counted 30 some stings before I just swelled up like crazy. So I would rather be mauled by a bear. Question 8, do you have freckles? Not really. Question 9, do you always smile for pictures? No, I am the worst fake smiler ever. I cannot manufacture a smile. I have to actually laugh at something, so that's a big no. Question 10, what is your biggest pet peeve? I would say maybe the phrase pet peeve, that's kind of annoying. Maybe I would say what's my biggest annoyance. And I think that goes back to my do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And that would just be people who are blatantly disrespectful, who mow their lawns 5 days a week for 7 hours a day, and who let their children run around out back screaming their heads off, sounds like they're dying. Or we have these ridiculous planes that ignore the FAA regulations entirely, and they literally fly less than 100 feet over our house, probably 30 plus times a day in the summer. So all of those fall into that. I think it's disrespectful, and it bothers me a lot because I have chronic disease and I sleep when I can. And I know there are other people around, not only with small children, but the elderly. You don't know what other people's circumstances are like. So be respectful, keep it down. If you can hear yourself beyond your property line, you're too loud. Like, that's not okay. The only exception I would say is on special occasions, holidays, things like that. That's okay, celebrate, have fun. But on a regular basis, no, I hate that. Number 11, do you ever count your steps when you walk? Yes, I count in hundreds usually, up to either 500 or 1,000. Yes, I count to 100, my steps, and then to the next 100. Number 12, have you ever peed in the woods? Yes. I used to go camping all the time. Where else are you gonna pee? Number 13, have you ever pooped in the woods? No, I have not done that. Question 14, do you ever dance even if there's no music playing? Of course I do. Yeah. And I'm the worst dancer ever, which is funny because I took dance forever. 15, do you chew your pens and pencils? No, and I have enough health problems. I don't need to be giving myself more bacteria and viruses, so no. Question number 16, how many people have you slept with this week? Not any people. Just this little guy, huh? Say hello. Yeah. Say I love you, Mama. Happy birthday. Say hello. Question 17. What size is your bed? My bed is a queen size bed, and I actually have one of those adjustable beds that's kind of like a hospital bed. It's not a hospital bed, but it's the lower end adjustable bed. It's not a Tempur-Pedic, but I highly recommend those kind of bases for anybody with all kinds of chronic disease, because it does help the pain sometimes, or if you have any kind of respiratory problems and you can, get your chest clear and all that, and I have those too. So yes, queen size adjustable bed. Number 18, what is your song of the week? My song of the week is Follow Me to Heaven by Sean Altman, and I will link it below. You should definitely listen because it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I've seen rockapella so many times, but I actually was fortunate enough to see rockapella when Sean Altman was in. Just amazing. There is no one on earth and no group and no single musician that has influenced me more than Sean Altman in all kinds of ways. So yes, Follow Me to Heaven, and that has been my song of the week for more than 1 week. Number 18, is it okay for guys to wear pink? Absolutely, it's hot. Question 20, do you still watch cartoons? Anime? Question 21, what's your least favorite movie? I'd say most horror movies, just because I don't find them scary and I end up laughing, which is totally inappropriate, especially in the theater. There are some really good horror movies, but I say horror in general as a genre, especially the ones that are out like these days, just no. Question 22, where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? I think I would, what is it called? The Painted Rocks National Shoreline? Is that what it's called, up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? There's this tour you can take, and there's all these shipwrecked boats, which is really creepy. I'll have to post pictures sometime because that was a really, really fun trip that I took. Not so much the person I went with, but that's all right. I can remember the trip. But maybe along there also because cars are not allowed along that hiking trail. Or I was thinking maybe the Azores because that's kind of in the middle of nowhere and somewhere I've always wanted to visit. Question 23. What do you drink with dinner? Water? If I eat dinner, which I don't know, sometimes probably more often than not I don't. 24. What do you dip a chicken nugget in? I do not eat chicken. I eat chicken, the fake chicken, and hands down barbecue sauce. Question 25. What is your favorite food? This is a hard one. Maybe pierogi pizza from Church Brew Works in Pittsburgh. That is like the best thing in the friggin' world. Question 26. What movies could you watch over and over and still love? There's a movie called Someone to Love, which was the last film Orson Welles appeared in, and I have watched that over and over and over. And I know it doesn't get the best ratings, but I think it's brilliant. And I recommend that to everyone. It's so good. Also, Nosferatu, like the old Nosferatu, the black and white, that's always good. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, the old black and white one, that's great. Yeah, there's a lot of like old movies, silent movies that I love. Also, probably anything by Jean-Luc Godard. Notre Musique is my favorite. That's another one that I really recommend if you haven't seen it. It is kind of a super tearjerker, but it touches on so many topics that we should all just be aware of all the time. 27. Last person you kissed you. Sparky Puck. 28. Were you ever a boy/girl scout? I was a Girl Scout for like, I don't know, a couple months in kindergarten. I hated it. I did buy myself a Boy Scout shirt from Salvation Army, Salvo, when I was in high school because I was always envious of Boy Scouts because of the awesome patches they got. So I found this really cool Boy Scout shirt with patches, and I'm not sure if I still have it or not. I was looking for it. I can't find it. I used to wear that all the time. I'm sure I've got a picture. Maybe I'll insert it here. Question 29. Would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? It depends on the magazine, too. You know, it depends on the magazine. It depends how much you're getting paid and how good you look at the time. Question 30. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? Daily? I write letters on all the things I sell to people because I think it just adds a nice touch. I leave letters to my parents. I like handwriting things. 31. Can you change the oil on a car? No, but that's something I should learn. 32. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? No. 33. Ever ran out of gas? Yes. Luckily, I was at home. 34. Favorite kind of sandwich? I think there is also Aladdin's restaurant in Pittsburgh, and I think, you know, more in the Midwest now. But they had a falafel vegetarian sandwich with like pickled turnips and hummus, and you could get baba ganoush. And I loved that. 35. Best thing to eat for breakfast? Green juice. 36. What is your usual bedtime? Whenever I can bloody sleep, I try to go to sleep as early as possible. If I can get to sleep by 11 or 12, I'm happy because then my body's happier, but it's usually more in the 2 to 3 a.m. area. 37. Are you lazy? Absolutely not. And it's kind of a conflicting thing for me because I have, as we all know, all these health problems which prevent me from doing the things that I want to, and I see people who have all this health and energy and aren't doing the things they want to, and I know that like I shouldn't compare myself to other people, and that's my own advice, but I do, and I just get kind of angry. I wish I had that energy and health and I could just go do what I want to do because I'm not. I'm very, very, very motivated. 38. When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? I was all kinds of things. I went one year as a bunch of grapes with balloons. I went one year as Christmas present, which was really funny because the box went literally past my ankles, so I couldn't walk up the hill in our neighborhood. I went as a mummy. I literally wrapped myself in gauze. In high school, I went as Charlie's Angels, and I wore a Charlie Brown t-shirt, you know, the yellow with the zigzag, and a halo and angel wings, and nobody got it, but I thought that was a clever costume. Question 39. What is your Chinese astrological sign? I don't know if I should tell you that. We'll just say 40. How many languages can you speak? Obviously, English. I can get by in Spanish. I think if I were to study it again for a couple months, I could pick it up like that. I can get by better in French. I can understand French fluently. Sometimes I miss the words, and I tend to combine languages, which I don't know if other people do that, who know more than one language. When you combine different languages in one sentence that aren't your native language, but I do that. So French, I'll say I can speak French. I did study Italian, but that's another one I haven't really retained much of. Although I think it's the same thing with the Spanish. I could probably pick it up like this because all those Romance languages come very, very, very easily to me. Also, as I mentioned before, I am studying Japanese, so I can't speak it fluently yet, but I'm working on it, and I'm working on writing mostly and reading because I feel like that's super important, and if you know the readings for the writing, you know, there you go. Question 41. Do you have any magazine subscriptions? No. I used to have quite a few, including Vogue, and that was usually my mainstay magazine, but I canceled that as soon as Vogue kind of went to bed with the Kardashians. So, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I absolutely loathe the Kardashians, which might get me a lot of hate here, but I can't stand them. 42. Which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? Legos. 43. Are you stubborn? Abso-freaking-lutely. 44. Who is better, Leno or Letterman? Jimmy Fallon. 45. Ever watch soap operas? I used to, but it was more just kind of when I was sick as a child and it was just on during the daytime. So I don't remember which soap operas. I also like to watch the Spanish channel just to refresh my memory. Again, I can't name certain soap operas or novelas. I have watched them. They're fun. They're just like, you know. 46. Are you afraid of heights? Yes, which is interesting because as a child and a younger adult, I was not. 47. Do you sing in the car? Absolutely. 48. Do you sing in the shower? It depends how I'm feeling. Usually not, though. 49. Do you dance in the car? I do kind of like this thing, or no, I don't know. 50. Ever used a gun? No, but that is something I would like to learn just because, as my father says, it's better to know how to do it than to need to know how to do it and not be able to. So 51. Last time you got a portrait taken by a photographer? I don't know, gosh. Oh no, high school. Probably my senior picture. I think that was the last time. 52. Do you think musicals are cheesy? Absolutely. I can't stand musicals, and I really think it is because when I was in school, like grade school, elementary school, middle school, junior high, high school, like every single field trip we went on and every extracurricular trip we went on was to Broadway to see a musical. So yes, I am not a big musical fan, and it kind of stunk because we never actually saw a Broadway show that wasn't a musical. So yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not a big fan. I did see, what was it, Fame in London? That wasn't bad. 53. Is Christmas stressful? I don't think per se it's stressful because I like to buy gifts ahead of time. I really enjoy gift giving, as you probably know. So not really. 54. Ever eat a pierogi? Yes. See, question 25. Question 55. Favorite type of fruit pie? I like apple pie. I also like real key lime pie, like not with the cream cheese crap, but with like a lemon meringue on the top. I had one or more than one. When I was in Key West, I went on a cruise for graduation with one of my friends. We went to Belize and the Keys, And we had to get key lime pie in Key West. And so, yes, key lime pie. 56, occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid. I wanted to be an ornithologist. And to this day, most people don't know what that is. And basically, it's somebody who studies birds. I was such a nerdy bird-loving child. I kept a bird journal from the time I was like in first grade. And I had this book from Audubon or something that had a checklist of all the birds in North America, and whenever we would go on a family trip, I would try to look for birds so I could check them off my list. Yeah, I wanted to be an ornithologist. Question 57, do you believe in ghosts? Absolutely, I've seen them. 58, ever have a deja vu feeling? Yes, all the time. 59, take a vitamin daily? Yes, multiple vitamins, including a multiple vitamin. Question 60, wear slippers? Not really, sometimes I do, depends. I mean, I do have hardwood floors in my bedroom, but I usually wear socks. 61, wear a bathrobe? I do have a bathrobe that I wear if it's really cold when I get out of the shower, and that's about it. I don't like walk around the house with it. Question 62, what do you wear to bed? I usually wear flannel, cotton, drawstring PJ pants, either a tank top or a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and I need to wear a hat because, as I mentioned before, it has to be absolutely dark for me to sleep, so I cover my eyes. 63, first concert. I think the first concert I ever went to was a Paul McCartney, and I don't know if he was with Wings at the time, but it might have been Paul McCartney Wings. When I was really little, my mom went, and I went to that. No, I do remember parts of that concert. I remember Live and Let Die. The next one that I remember was a Peter, Paul, and Mary concert, and I've been fortunate enough to see them multiple times as well. 64, Walmart, Target, or Kmart? Target. I am so anti-Walmart, you would not even believe it, and I apologize to all of you out there who shop at Walmart, but I just believe that they take advantage of so many people in so many ways, and I have been to more than my fair share of anti-Walmart / wake up Walmart rallies. 65, Nike or Adidas? I think probably Adidas, just because, you know, those soccer shoes with the stripes that everybody wore back in probably the late 90s, maybe? I don't know. But those are always like a classic shoe for me. I love those shoes. 66, Cheetos or Fritos? Neither. I don't like any kind of corn snack. I think they're disgusting. 67, peanuts or sunflower seeds? I don't really like either of those either. I think almonds. Can I say almonds? 68, ever heard of the group Très Bien? No. Although I do listen to quite a bit of French music. Harmonium is actually my favorite French band. I think they're from Montreal. Let me know. It has a very strong Quebecois accent. Harmonium, I do like them. I recommend you look them up too. 69, ever take dance lessons? Yes, for many years. I took ballet, and they called it modern at the time. Now they call it contemporary. I took that for many years, probably 10 years. Around there. Yes. 70, is there a profession you picture your future spouse doing? Maybe a writer, or a professional musician, singer, or a doctor that's a very compassionate doctor. It depends. Whatever is in the cards, it's in the cards. 71, can you curl your tongue? Absolutely not. 72, ever want a spelling bee? No, and if you haven't heard that story, I'm going to link my part 1 of my January favorites video up here, and you can listen to that story. 73, have you ever cried because you were so happy? Absolutely, and it's a wonderful feeling. 74, own any record albums? I do. I brought it. Oh yeah, can you see that? Popples. This was the first record I ever got, and they actually sold this still in department stores when I was a little kid. So that's pretty cool. It's still got, you know, the record intact inside. I love the Popples so much. I love the one, what was it? Party Popple, who could throw his voice or her voice. That was my favorite Popple. 75, own a record player. I do not, but my parents do. 76. Regularly burn incense. Not regularly. In the summer I do, definitely to keep the bugs away. I especially like Japanese incense, the straight up and down, and it usually smells so good. Like the yuzu one is my favorite. 77. Ever been in love? Many times. 78. Who would you like to see in concert? I would say maybe Pink Floyd if they were all alive and together. Who else? The New Pornographers. That's another one. The New Pornographers for sure. Or As Tall as Lions. I would like to see. Or The Faint. Oh, there's another one. There's a whole bunch. 79. What was the last concert you saw? I think it was a Yes concert. 80. Hot tea or cold tea? Depends on my mood. Usually it's matcha, either way. 81. Tea or coffee? I used to be a total coffee addict, but as I've gotten older, and I think because I'm nauseous all the time, I tend more towards tea. And like I said, it's usually green tea, matcha, genmai. 82, sugar or snickerdoodles? Cookies, I assume. Sugar for sure. 83, can you swim well? Yes, very well. The best at the backstroke, and if you hadn't picked it up from a former video, I think my methotrexate video, I mentioned when I was putting gloves on that I used to be a lifeguard. And actually, when I had to take my lifeguard test, they, of course, teamed, I was like 96 pounds at the time, with like this 200-pound guy that I had to rescue from the bottom of a 12-foot pool. So, yes, I was a lifeguard for many years. I can swim very well. 84, can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Of course. 85, are you patient? I'd say more or less no. 86, DJ or band at a wedding? I would like to have Sean Altman at my wedding if I ever get married, and if he does that, but that would be just like my dream come true. 87, ever won a contest? Yes, and I'm sure there are more than one. I know when I was in either kindergarten or first grade, I won a savings bond, which I recently just cashed for my painting about, don't smoke. And I also won several awards for piano during adjudications, and I was also the best pianist in this part of the state when I was 13 or 14 in that area, so yes. 88, ever have plastic surgery? No, probably because I've had my fair share of real surgeries. 89, which are better, black or green olives? Kalamata. 90, can you knit or crochet? I used to be able to crochet, but I cannot anymore, so I don't know. I'm sure that's one of those skills that you can pick back up after you get the hang of it again too. I do like to latch hook, which I know is like nerdy too. 91, best room for a fireplace. Ooh, I think if you were lucky enough to have an indoor pool in your pool room, I think that's kind of nice. But I don't know, lots of rooms. In your bedroom would be nice, or your library, that would be nice too. 92, do you want to get married? I think so. 93, if married, how long have you been married? I'm not married. 94, who was your high school crush? The person I dated throughout high school, and I was only in high school for 2 years, so yeah. 95, do you cry and throw a fit until you get your own way? I don't even know if I ever did that. No. 96, do you have kids? No. 97, do you want kids? No. 98, what is your favorite color? I think silver, but when I say that, people say that's not a color. So maybe periwinkle. I describe it as the color of Christmas lights, those bluish purple twinkle lights that people put up, that color, or different colors of pink and also orange. I also like yellow a lot. And 99, do you miss anyone right now? Not really. Maybe my sister a little, because she's far away. Otherwise, I can't say that I do. Maybe my cat Binks, who we lost a few years ago, because I loved her so much. That was my 100 questions no one asks tag, and apparently people ask them and at the same time they don't. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a thumbs up if you did, and I tag all of you, all of my awesome subscribers, if this is something you want to do. If not, what I would like you to do is leave a comment below answering one of these questions about yourself, or 2 or 3, or however many you would like to answer, just so I can get to know you guys a little bit better too. I am hopefully going to start feeling a little bit better because it is my birthday. I have not yet officially hit my birthday time. It is later tonight, But it is my birthday, and I really hate being sick on my birthday, and all kinds of issues are popping up with doctors and insurance, and that's for another video, but it's stressing me out, which I'm sure is not making me feel any better. So, but I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I hope you're all having a happy and healthy day. And I will see you again very, very soon tomorrow. So, bye.